Hi everyone, so as you may have seen, I spent the day on Saturday at the IPMS Telford exhibition. First time I've been for many years now, and have to say I wish I'd been sooner, basically, the atmosphere was fantastic, lots of fantastic people to talk to. Signed up to a couple of the special interest groups, well, registered interest. I actually need to go and sign up to one of the big ones I want to make sure I get to. And yeah, overall a really positive day. Now, I didn't expect to go. Hadn't really put aside any pennies for it, so everything I spent's not planned for as such, but I'm just like, okay, I'll find a way of sorting it out, don't worry, it'll be fine. Still sensibly spent within my means, I believe, so nothing too horrific really, nothing really more than a tenner apart from one, which was a special one, so yes. So first up we have this is a Hasegawa, it's also my haul from the show. It's the Hasegawa Sonya. This is a Mitsubishi Ki-51 Army Type 99 Japanese Army Type 99 assault reconnaissance plane, so they basically sort of dive bomber and could do some reconnaissance missions as well for the Imperial Japanese Army. Quite an old Hasegawa kit there, but looking forward to that. So, this is something very different from a company I've never heard of before, Otaki. This is a 1/48th K5Y1 Type 93 intermediate trainer called a Willow, Allied reporter named Willow. Really quite striking, that orange. If there is a second option, which is a more sort of traditional silver one. I don't know, I kind of like the silver one on the basis it's got the kanji as well on it. And that actually comes with, I've looked in all the boxes, that actually comes with rigging. That's really cool. ICM, a Ukrainian manufacturer, if you didn't know. KR-27, this is a Nate. They're seen there fighting a Soviet fighter during one of the early parts of the war when they were fighting against the Soviet Union. Yeah, this one has no instructions, but they did me a deal on this. This came with this. I got this in the same store as Sonya. Did me a deal with the two of them, so very satisfied with what I got these for. And the instructions were get scale mates for this, so win-win. I made sure that before I brought it, I could get a hold of the instructions on scale mates, so that's fine. And that will be a test kit for another ICM model that I have here. That was the special one. Special for multiple reasons, and I'm going to be make sure I use the box of the special one for something beyond the end of the life of the kit inside it, because of what it is. I think I need to write on it, just make a note of it. So anyway, got some literature, that's up next. So I got this book on the Congo class battlecruiser. These books were 10 quid each, but you get some fantastic reference pictures of the actual ships, the kits that are available in different scales, with the aftermarket that's available, again all the different scales, some model makers, previous built ones, so you can use them for inspiration and or reference. Some line drawings and side profiles. These are fantastic. Those fantastic books, even with the aircraft that went on them, different periods of the war. There's again some more photograph references, the real ones. It's the photographs of the real ones that are really hard to explain. It's partly why I brought the books, because I adore the Congo class. I think it's a beautiful ship. To me, as a Brit, obviously World War II warships were brought up a lot on how HMS Hood was a really pretty ship. Yes, it should never have gone into combat with Bismarck. Really, it was not suitably equipped for that battle at all. But she was a pretty ship, and to me the Congo just has, I mean, I'll show you that, a very much hood-like appearance, which appeals to me. I do like the Congo an awful lot, but my favourite warship of all time, my favourite battleship definitely, is of course the Yamato. And again, I won't bore you with the interior of this book, but it's very much like the other one. We've got the reference photos of the real one and the model as well. This one has the added bonus, if you can see that one on the top there, that is the big model at the museum in Kure. So yeah, so not everything I've got today was for me, though one of these was. That one's for me. And what are these? Well, this is the company that was the old Wing Nut Wings team. Obviously, the company was dissolved. The aircraft, World War aircraft being made that they wanted, but they decided they liked doing it, so they've carried on, and their first model is going to be a 32 scale Spitfire Mark 1. And these are from the 3D CADs for the aircraft, and they've did these kids colouring page. Yeah, please take one. And I was like, oh, does that apply to big kids as well? And the chap said, yeah. And then I said, actually, I do know 2 children. Could I take another couple just for them? And he said, yeah, nice. So that's fine, absolutely, take them. You know, so there we are. So those are for my good friend Joel's 2 lads. I thought, well, because they, you know, Danny's making model planes and Warhammer and stuff, you know, it might be fun. They can paint a plane with Daddy on their own Spitfires there. So yeah, and now we get to the special one. This was actually the first thing I got, and I was going to call quits there and say, like, I've got something. I didn't intend to come. I didn't know I was coming today. You know, it's, yeah, but this is special. This is a plane I have been after since, I would say, 2000 and I'd say about 2014, 13, 14, 2013, 2014. I've been after one of these quite a long time, really. And that is a Ki-21 Sally bomber. I've got a Betty. I've got a Betty in 48 scale. Ideally, I'd like this in 48 scale to match the Betty, so that, you know, we can actually do a direct size comparison. Let me close YouTube off here. I literally stopped watching a video in time for. Yeah, oh god, it's reflecting absolutely everything, isn't it? Tell you what, there we are. That's just the camera can reflect. Very shiny box. But yes, I'll take this in whatever form I can get it. Basically, it's getting to that sort of point. And if they do a 48 scale one, well, I'll just get that as well. There we are. I'll just get the 48 scale one as well. I'm hoping they'll do another release of this with some more paint schemes than what we've got there. I'd like to see one with the brown and green paint scheme. That always look really nice on these. And it goes back to dogfights in the episode about the Flying Tigers. These are the bombers they cover. It's actually these and Nates. So the fact that this and the Nate are in the same scale is pretty nice. So I might just get a P40 just to go with them, maybe. Flying Tiger one, the Airfix one, of course. But yes, something to be borne in mind with this is a new release. This is brand new release. This is a model designed and everything during the Russian invasion of Ukraine. This is a country at war. This is where this comes from. I don't think they're made in. I know they're made in Ukraine. In Kyiv. So yeah, that's quite incredible. And I want to make a note somewhere and keep this box and use it for something else, so it's always in use and nothing too heavy, so it's not going to wear it down really quickly. But I think that's worth keeping. You know, this is a model from a country that's in conflict at the minute, and you know, that's quite special, isn't it? You know, I've noticed they've added the Made in Ukraine thing here now. So yeah, you probably know something before I did. I was like going, oh, is it there? And he's like, yeah, it says on the box, Christopher. Truth, I look at this pretty picture first. It's a beautiful image of the Sally. So the Sally is basically the equivalent of the Betty. It's the army's equivalent of the Betty. Navy and the army basically leading separate lives under the Imperial Japanese forces, the way they worked. So yeah, this is the army one. But yeah, really looking forward to building it. I'm not quite sure which one I'm going to do yet. Basically, it amounts to what stripes do you want on it. And I will admit, the one that's really got me at the minute is this one down here, which is actually one based in Japan. So yeah, it's a training flight, that one. So yeah, I might do that one. But yeah, so that's basically, that is my entire haul from Telford today. And yeah, I don't think I went too bonkers. Not everything cost exactly a tenner. Some things were under. Nothing cost more than a tenner. So you know, there is that. And I say I'm very pleased with everything that I picked up. I think it yeah, I think it worked quite nicely. Now, I know I started a video, so you may have seen it, I went to, but I was planning to do 2 different videos and load them. What's going to follow here at the end of this video is a slideshow. Now, I'm not going to put music over it because I'm going to try and keep it brief, just give you a good overview of the sort of thing we saw. There is a cool video of an R2-D2 in there, a working one, which is really awesome. Not as big as the one Anthony saw at the model trade show he went to, but I still think very cool. So yes, there's a couple of things in there. There's actually a video of the new Spitfire, that 32 scale one, Mark 1 Spitfire on there. The new Alpha Anson, it's the first time I've seen it in person. There's the new Spitfire from Airfix as well, and the Anson's Airfix. So there's a few things worth seeing if you're interested. I'm not going to put music on it because I had a comment saying please never put music over anything again. So I was like, okay, cool. If that's what you want, then that's what I'll do. For these slideshows, I just thought it might make it a bit more pleasant to watch it. So yeah, if people decide it's a bit too much without music, then we'll have another go and do it with music. But that wouldn't mean re-upload the video, so I might have to live with this one. But yeah, because basically one of the things is it would be more effort to me to I don't know, so I could do it, yeah, I mean making 2 videos and putting them together afterwards. So yeah, confusing stuff. Yes, the slideshow will follow this. I hopefully you find it interesting. So I'll try and make it only a few pictures really, just to give a good gist of some of the cool models I saw today. You don't need to see every zero I took a photograph of, because I photographed all of the ones I saw. But yes, overall good day. Now, just to briefly touch, I am fully aware of the very sad incident today at the Dallas Air Show involving the P-63 King Cobra and the B-17 Flying Fortress Texas Raiders. My thoughts go out to the families. Absolutely go out to the families and to the people who were there. I saw a very heartbreaking video of the where a kid asks if it was meant to happen. Basically, there's a collision and both aircraft went down. It is heartbreaking to hear because it's innocence. Yes, obviously I do ask. There is no discussion of it on the channel. I'm just making a thing to say yes, I've heard about it. Thank you. And yes, obviously I think all our thoughts go out to the families and for those involved and the people of those involved who were there, who witnessed it as well. Okay, right, so on with the slideshow, and I hope you all stay safe and be well. So arigato and sayonara.